Hello guys, welcome back to yet another video. So this brand, which is Nothing, they are doing really well in terms of software update. And I think they are the first one to release the Feb security patch for CMF Phone 1. By the way guys, this is a budget segment device and still you can see amazing software support for it. Today it received Feb security patch with some new feature and some minor tweaks here and there. We'll talk about every change in this video. So here you can see we have CMF Phone 1 and towards the left hand side we have Nothing Phone 2. This device also did not receive the Feb security patch, but the budget device, which is CMF Phone 1, have already received it. So if you guys haven't received the OT update, you can just go to the about section. Sometimes you don't get to see the OT update via notification unless you go to the software info section and check for the manual update. I'll show you the size of this update. So here you can see the size of the update was 165 MB, which I received on my CMF Phone 1. And another thing which I liked about this device, and that's the 120 FPS support in games like BGMI. I did a gaming test on this device after this latest update. I'll show you the gaming stats and benchmark scores also. So here you can see NothingOS 3.0. The build number is 2015. And if we go to Android version is Android 15. We have the first Feb 2025 security patch now. And guys, before talking about the changes, we have somewhere around 85% of users who haven't subscribed to our channel. So if you guys find our content useful to you guys, then make sure to smash the like button and also consider subscribing. Also guys, there are few developers who have made this Nothing Widgets Pro application, which consists of some amazing widgets, which you can see here. I've applied on my Nothing Phone 2 and I've also done a dedicated video. Along with that, we are also doing a giveaway of 20 coupons. 10 coupons are already done. You can watch that video if you want to have this application free of cost. Generally, this application will cost you somewhere around 180 rupees, but I still have 10 coupons to do a giveaway. Now let's talk about the changes. So first change, if you see, it's a new feature what they have added, which says added power off password verification to prevent immediate power off if your phone is lost, and it can be found in the settings. You have to search for power off verify. So let's go to the settings. So here we have that feature called power off verify, and if you see the description, it says power off verification protects your device by preventing others from turning it off immediately after it's lost, which increases the chances of recovery. You only need to enter your lock screen password when powering off or restarting the device from the lock screen. So this thing will only work if your device is locked and someone takes it away. So for example, I've lost my phone and it's locked. You can see if I press the power key, tapping on power off, you can see it says enter the pin. And you guys might be thinking, what if someone snatches your phone while using it? So guys, here also there is a setting which you can enable. Basically, it's not a feature of NothingOS, it's of Google. So going to search, just search for theft protection. So here you can see you have some auto lock protection features. Like the feature what Nothing I've given that works if your device is locked. So here we have an option which says theft detection lock. The screen will lock if this setting detects that someone took your device and ran away. So make sure if you are using that feature, you also use this feature. And if you see the description, it also says how does it work. So here, if theft detection lock detects your device was taken away, your device screen will automatically lock to prevent anyone from accessing your personal data. And this feature uses your device motion sensors, Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connectivity to try to detect if someone is actually trying to take away the device. And you also have few things to remember, which says you must be actively using your device when it's unlocked. So as said, if you're using the feature what Nothing I've added, make sure you also enable this thing, which is theft protection. Now talking about general improvements and bug fixes, now they say they have optimized the design of pop-up view. So I'm not sure about it, but I did notice some minor change in the pop-up view. So let me open up the Chrome application here in pop-up view. Now let me increase the size of it a bit, and you can see here while comparing with Nothing Phone 2, you can see slight changes done in the icons of close and minimize. Previously we had a pill around those icons, and also the center line which is being displayed here on the pop-up view of Nothing Phone 2 is not being displayed here on CMF Phone 1. This is the only change what I have noticed. Other than this, in the pop-up view I did not notice any kind of changes. Nothing related to optimization. Both seems to be super smooth and fluid. Then they have improved some functionalities of settings. We are not sure exactly. I couldn't see any changes. And later on updated the security patch, enhanced system stability. And now let's talk about the benchmark results and let's compare it before and after. So talking about the Geek benchmark application, here you can see the scores. Both single and multi-core scores are almost similar if we compare it with the previous build when I did the benchmark testing. With the Antutu benchmark application, this time device have scored 6,67,141. Previously scores were 6,68,893. In terms of wildlife extreme stress test, here device scored 99.3% in terms of stability. On the previous build, it was 98.5. CPU throttling, we don't see any kind of issues with CMF Phone 1. Previously, I performed 100 thread 30-minute test, and that time also device maximum CPU throttled 88%, with the average gips of 3,48,000. On this latest build, I performed 15 minutes 100 thread. Here device maximum CPU throttle 94% and average gips were 3,42,000. And as I told you about the gaming part initially, that this is the only budget segment device which supports 90 FPS in BGMI. I had not played BGMI since it got 120 FPS update. I was really surprised to see how this phone handles it. What's even more exciting, you can record your gameplay at 120 FPS while game, which is usually not possible on most of the phones at this price. And now let's be real, CMF Phone 1 is not flagship device, so expecting a stable 120 FPS throughout a gaming session is unrealistic. So first I started testing BGMI 120 FPS with screen recording enabled, and here's what I noticed. Initially the game did hit 120 FPS, which was really impressive. However, within few minutes the FPS dropped to around 90 once the temperature crossed 40 degrees Celsius. The average FPS while playing at 120 FPS mode was around 83 FPS, which means it's not fully stable. You can check out the FPS graph on the screen and you'll notice that as the temperature increases, the frame rate gradually declines. Since 120 FPS wasn't completely stable, I switched to 90 FPS. And here's what changed. The average FPS improved to 84 frames per second, which means it's much more stable than 120 FPS. Frame drops were minimal compared to 120 FPS mode. The phone handled 90 FPS gaming without major. This shows the CMF Phone 1 is well optimized for 90 FPS gaming, and you'll get a smoother, more consistent experience compared to playing at 120. Even though this isn't a flagship phone, Nothing has optimized it pretty well for gaming, unlike some competitors which struggle with performance throttle. The CMF Phone 1 can easily handle 90 FPS gaming. For casual gaming, you can even push to 120 FPS, but keeping the device cool is the key to maintain good performance on your device. Overall, I personally like the 90 FPS and 120 FPS gaming experience on CMF phone. So guys, this was all about this latest update for CMF Phone 1. If you guys have already updated, do share your review in the comment section below. This is your friend Ashok signing out. See you guys in the next.